I was just telling you, I'm a vada pav loving, mithi bai girl. So I'm a true blue Mumbaikar. I wanted to be a part of the whole badass universe of women, you know.
Hi, this is Mrinil and you're watching me on Social Ketchup. Our guest for today is a model turned actor, and we've seen her recently playing one of the major leading role of the show, Shehar Lakod. I would like to start with delving into the conversations related to your career, your journey so far, how you've done movies, you've done shows, you've done modeling.
Yeah.
Too much, but we'll come to that. I will firstly like to welcome you to Social Ketchup. Thanks for coming to
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
It's a pleasure. And before we talk about everything else, I want to know you as a person. I want to know about what's something that most people don't know about you.
Something that most people don't know about me would be that I'm actually very boring in real life. I go to sleep at 10 p.m., I wake up at 7 a.m., lead a very boring
So
life.
that's not boring. I'm trying. I'm trying now to do that.
Nothing can replace that 8 hours of knockout sleep. Yeah, that's one thing that people might not know about me.
Okay, and you want to share your stories about that we off the camera discussed traveling?
Yeah, the traveling, it's a very, very big part of my life. I like to go to places which are not very easily found on the map, and places where people don't really know about, and it's not touristy. There's nothing touristy to see, but places where I can actually, probably live in somebody's house, like a homestay, and have breakfast with them and the family, and see the place around and soak in the culture of small little towns or small little villages. Yeah, that's how I like to travel.
One place that you visited and just surprised you. The place surprised you.
Recently, off the top of my head, last month I was in Indonesia, and I was so taken aback by the hospitality of the people over there. And not just people in the tourism industry, not just the ones, you meet, you go to a dukan and you meet somebody, not like that, just the locals over there who are passerby, or they're so hospitable and so warm and so welcoming. I was really surprised by that. I thought that the Thai people are, really hospitable, but Indonesians just took it to a whole different level. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Great. And coming to your model turned actor journey, how did that happen? How did your Malayalam films happen? How did Ganpat happen? How did web shows happen?
I started my career as an actor, actually. I started acting in Malayalam films. I was doing a lot of Malayalam films, but my base always remained Bombay. I'm born and brought up in Bombay. I was just telling you, I'm a vada pav loving, mithi bai girl. So I'm a true blue Mumbaikar. It just so happened that because my roots are in Kerala, I just knew some people, and through them I did my very first film, which was quite some time back, and which it was recognized internationally at the Chicago Film Festival. It's won the Best Film Award. So it was a very, very small movie, which just instantly happened to be really, really nice. And that's how from then I started realizing my dreams of being an actor. From there, because I would shuttle back and forth from Bombay to Kerala, I happened to go through some auditions over here, and slowly I started getting some modeling jobs over here. My very first modeling job was that of Lakme. So I was doing a lot of Lakme for social media. Their lipsticks is where I started off from. From there I started getting bigger auditions, and then I did some more commercials. Then I did Sabyasachi. So that's how my modeling career happened. And through these via auditions, I auditioned for Ganpat, and I got the role in Ganpat, and even Shehar Lakod, that's exactly how it happened. I went for an audition. After many months, they called back and they said, you had given that audition so and so time back. The producer and the director want to meet you. So come over to the office. And I said, okay. And now I am Sandhya.
Talking about Sandhya, What made you sign for the role, Sandhya? What made you sign for the project?
She's so badass. She is so badass that I've seen so many badass women in real life. I wanted to see a badass woman. Now we're getting so many characters, badass women characters that are coming, and I wanted to be a part of the whole badass universe of women, you know, because so many of our films, so many of our stories have men who have gone through societal pressures and gone through a lot of injustice in their lives, and then they just have this redemption of life, and then they fight back and they win at life. I wanted to be that story, and Sandhya is that story. Sandhya has been through a lot of injustices in her life. Society did her wrong, life did her wrong, but she, instead of submitting and completely giving up, saying, Yehi hai mera naseeb, this is my life, she fought back. And she fought back how? So that was so like, yes. And I just jumped at it.
Okay, and talking about the character, like we discussed, it has a negative arch to it. And how do you prepare for a role like that? It's not a very straightforward, read the script kind of roles. How do you prepare for it?
So a preparation of a role, preparation of a character is, although yes, the start of the preparation is yours individually. You read the script, you read it over and over again, you have questions about the character, you write them down. That's a normal actor's preparation. But to bring the whole role, to mold it, it's not a one-person job. You have your writers, you have your director, and coincidentally my director is the co-writer of the show, Navdeep Singh. He was very, very hands-on with molding the character. Then we had Pooja and Sheena, who were monumental. They conducted the acting workshops. So we had so many people come together and sort of build Sandhya right from scratch. Right from director ne likha, Devika Bhagat and Navdeep Singh have written the characters, and from there were 3, 4, 5 people, all of us sit together and we evolve Sandhya. And sometimes the character gets evolved even while you're shooting. On set, you've done your preparation, but on set, suddenly you react in a way in a scene and you're like, Acha,
This is what we can.
this is also,
This
ye
is how
bhi
we can
ho
tweak it.
Ye bhi ho sakta hai. So there are, that's how Sandhya came to life.
Talking about the show, I wanted to ask you. So there are scenes that are little violent. There are little assault in it. How do you prepare for something like that? Because that needs a lot more energy into the scene.
That's the basic job of the actor.
Yeah.
Honestly, to bring in the energy as per the requirement of the scene is the basic of being an actor. So if you can't do that, then one should go back to acting school. But like I said, that there is so many people involved. Like example, a fighting scene.
Yeah.
You have a fight director, and you have the director's assistants. Plus, you have your own director, like director of the show. So there are so many people to guide you and to bring the whole scene into life. So preparation, yes. Agar there is intense fighting, wherein say I, as a character, I'm going to be fighting with another person, then there are workshops, there are lots of rehearsals that's been done before. Right. On the day of the shoot, you're so ready, you're so prepared, you've done your homework very well. So it's not that difficult to bring in that energy because it's already in your body. अपने बदन में rehearsal के through हमने डाल दिया है. So you just have to bring it out.
And how do you mentally prepare yourself for something like this? Because such scenes can take a toll on your mental health. How do you do that?
Are you talking about violent scenes?
Especially. So these scenes are very sensitive in nature, so they need to be handled in a proper way. So that's why I'm asking, because if they go to your mind, they can play with it. So
it does. I'm not going to lie, it does. But as an actor, you are trained to disconnect. When you're done with the scene, when you go back home, it is so important for you. You have tools, we are taught tools. It is so important that you disconnect from the scene and you go back to your regular self. नहीं तो तुम उसी loop में फंस जाओगे. And that is unhealthy, because so okay, imagine if you are doing a murder scene. Like if I'm killing somebody, if I don't snap out of it, I mean, what do I? There's a tendency of getting angry and maintaining that anger, because you're giving so much, you're performing, but it's real. You have to experience that anger. And if you don't know how to disconnect, then it will take a toll. But as an actor, you are taught tools कि you have to disconnect at the end of the day. वो energy को वहीं छोड़ के तुम्हें घर जाना है वापस. And it is very
I've seen important. A lot of actors mention that a few mention that they take a shower right after the scene so that they're down with that mind. They do something that they like right after that kind of scene, so that the mood zone is changed.
Absolutely.
Before they reach home.
Have you ever see as a child, if in case there has been, like say building में अगर if there's been a death or something like that, or in the family, I'm just saying this is a very dark example, but it holds true. A lot of people after a funeral has passed start reading a book. It's a very common practice. A lot of people, actors I know also, read books at the end of the day when I read a book. So it helps you, that environment of your mind is shifted. Taking a shower, in whatever, there is no one way to get out of it. Whatever way is comfortable for you, whatever way is suited for you, you have to disconnect. And then you have to have the tools to bring it back the next day. That is literally the job of an actor.
So I also want to talk about, like, there was this interesting conversation that we were having with my team. A lot of this, especially this year as well, we've seen violence becoming mainstream entertainment genre as well. Not just violence, fights, that kind of. While I see OTT shows are doing great job in bringing close to reality shows, close to reality to a platform where everybody knows and everybody sees what is happening and can see. But do you think that this is also, in some sense, promoting violence, promoting such kind of environment?
I don't think it's promoting violence as such, as much as, Mrinil, this is actually happening.
No, I said, they are very close to reality kind of shows.
Very close to reality, and such things are actually happening. And also, I don't know if watching a violent scene makes you do something violent, pick up a knife and start committing violence. I don't think vandalizing happens because you watched it on scene. It's at the end of it is entertainment.
But it's somehow normalizing the talking. So this is the ongoing conversation right now, when we all know that it's somehow normalizing or giving that kind of, say, like a pat on back of people who do that kind of violence. Do you think that because OTT is not censored, it is happening?
Yeah.
Do you think there is a little bit in future we need to be scared of it? And I'm asking you because you've done such role you've been part of a show where violence was core of it. So that's why.
Yeah. What I can say is, at the end of it, there is a portrayal of absolute realism that happens, be it in whatever. If you're making something and if you want it to be very, very close to real life, these are different aspects of real life that you must bring in. At the end of it, I cannot comment on the people who will misconstrue something that is made for entertainment purposes and something that they can imbibe it in their personal life and take it up. If you have some oh my god, I might get into trouble for this. If you have trouble, you should speak to somebody about it and not look at films to guide you in any manner. Having said that, there's, like you said, there's so much conversation about portrayal of how a man should be. I know what you're referring to. So portrayal of how a man should be, yeah, there are some steps that should be taken. maybe to portray things differently, maybe.
Okay. Now, chalo, I put you in a soup. I've asked you such a difficult question. Let me ask you, how was working with Navdeep Singh, Priyanshu, Chandan, Kubra, everyone around on this set?
Yes, it was amazing because every day was a new learning experience. Working with Navdeep Singh he teaches you so many things about how to be on set in a particular way, and all of them, like if not on set during a scene, when we're chilling we would learn something new, how to be in life, or it was amazing working with this gang. Yeah, it's very rarely that you come across where all of us just got along with each other, and we actually did. If you ask any of the other star cast members, we actually did get along really well. So it was pretty great.
So you have done different genres. You've done horror, right? So where do you find your calling, that this is what you want to do, or is something that you still want to experiment with?
Oh yeah, I'm so new to all of this. I want to experiment with everything. I don't think as an actor there will be one particular calling, as long as I'm enacting different kinds of characters. Like, I'm so lucky to have had I have a Malayalam film coming out which is in post right now. It'll come out next year, which is a supernatural genre, and now I'm playing this character. Then there is another character that I've just been supremely lucky to have experienced these 3-4 characters in the last 1-2 years, and I want to do more different ones. And even if they are repeated ones, even if I get the same character, as of now, I'll do it. Like, I just want to act.
Okay, how are you planning your 2024? What's in store for you? Anything new, New Year resolution?
I just don't make New Year resolutions because I end up breaking it very soon, and then I'm beating myself over it. Yaar, तूने ये किया, ये नहीं किया, ये नहीं किया. So I don't make resolutions anymore. But I hope 2024 is filled with a lot more travel and a lot more acting. And definitely I want to, I don't know, maybe like learn a new language or see.
Learn a new
now
language.
This is one of those things that I will say this to myself and be like, okay, learn a new language. And then I'll take it up for like a month and then it's gone to hell. Like,
you have no ideas how many times we have made that kind of list and then I have not fulfilled even a single thing.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think the new deal should be, the new resolution is to not make any resolutions. That should be just the new thing. Or break it and then it's okay, be kind to yourself. We are constantly beating ourselves over.
Trust me, it took me so many years to realize that you don't have to wait for a Monday or a 1st of any month or a 1st of January for anything to start with. You can start whenever you want, and especially कल सुबह से भी नहीं करना चाहिए. मतलब it has it's taken me so many years to get comfortable with this thought that ठीक है करना है तो आज अगले घंटे
अभी कर लो, अभी से शुरू कर लो. But yeah, implementing is just so difficult.
Okay, that's all for my questions to put you into soup and everything else, but you performed very well.
Thank you very much.
But it was fun talking to you. I really enjoyed talking to you about not just about the show, but talking to you as an actor and understand how you see acting overall.
Yes, thank
you.
Thank you for your insight. Hey everybody, I know you liked this video, so if you did, please like, share and subscribe to Social Ketchup Binge. And do watch me, I'm Shruthi Menon. Watch me on Sheher Lakhot. I play the character Sandhya. You will love it. Thank you.